And here's where I messed up. And just for giggles, I bolted it on to the original hinge. Well, this week I messed up. I need to learn more skills to get me further. But you'll have to watch and see where I messed up. I did get some cool stuff done though. And you'll have to watch and find out. Yeah. I think I figured this out. The original idea was to put the vent in front of the fender and then scoop the air back into the engine. But I was at Starboard a few weeks ago and I saw some subtle ideas. I think I figured it out. We're going to keep this vent, but it's going to be modified. And for all those people saying, not enough airflow, I got this. Let's do this. Now see what that's starting to do? Now remember on the Type 3 square back and fastback, there's a row of vents here and it works on the Venturi effect to pump air into the engine. So if it's just here, grab some cardboard, hang on. This idea actually came to me at about 4 a.m. this morning. So then this stays there. This rolls with the body line. Because remember the panel goes here at a slight, ever so slight roundness. But this now becomes the scoop. And then these will go away. I didn't cut them off intentionally so I could use that metal to finish this lip back out. But then that becomes the scoop instead. And it'll be wide open. I don't think I'll put anything there. If I do, I think it'll just mess the look up. I think this scoop is going to stay the scoop. What do you think? Let me play with this a little bit here real quick. Now you get the idea? So, of course, this will be rolled. It rolls this way, bulges out, and I'm going to roll it inward like so. That's what I'm talking about. And then I'll probably get in there and put a little cup or something so that it swoops down. Just keep the drain in the bottom so that if it ever catches rain, which it will, but roll it this way. I'm gonna bead roll that line so that it scoops way inward for me. Now you get what I'm putting down? Yeah. There we have it. From the back. Obviously needs a lot more cleaning and a little bit more welding. And then I'm going to probably put another thin metal in here so that it covers up this side a little bit better, so it gives it a better look. But I like it. So I'll cover the inside, clean up the actual scoop itself, because you can see rust in there. I don't know if you can actually see rust in there, but there's rust in there. Clean all that up and get it to the point where it is all one catch. Put a little scoop in the bottom, one on the top, and then twinsies on the other side. Now that I've done all this, I'm going to extend that up to the drip rail a little bit. So there you have it. That's what I'm doing with the scoops. Yeah. I failed. Well, I was about to fail anyway. So the door, the back hatch, rust on this corner, needs a wedge here, smaller wedge here. Gotta get rid of this bend. It's got this part pretty much done. Little tack in the back I need to finish. But you can't see this from your angle. I don't think you'll be able to see it at all. But this one is the inside one. This one is a step up, and this one's a step up even further. Meaning that as soon as I straighten this guy out, these guys are all still wrong. So that, yeah. I had lots of comments. Thanks, guys, for commenting. Helping me out here. I was going to originally build a plug that fit in here and did this stripe out of that steel. I had lots of people say, just reskin the whole door. So yeah, we're going to reskin the whole door. And then, I think the door, which is going to open on that side hinge, I mean, since I'm building it myself, in a later episode, I think I might make it open up and sideways. So I got two options. Open sideways to unload things, up to make it look cool. Yeah, why not? I'm building it, right? I can do whatever I want. Time to cut. So my fingers are running along the edge of the thing, and that's telling me where I'm at. and I'm drawing the line on the inside of that edge. So if I cut this section out, grind down this edge on the top, cut that piece to match, yeah, voila. And then I'll worry about this with some thinner metal that I can fold over to match the fold on this. Shout out to Jeremy on over on his Type 3 channel. Wear your safety gear. He had an unfortunate rust protrusion in his eye the other day in his recent video. So, happy you're healing good. I'll leave a link to his video below. He's restoring the front beam on a Type 3. But while he was removing the rust, the safety glasses didn't work as planned because he still got rust in his eye. So, happy healing, Jeremy. This one goes out to you. So, this and this are the only thing holding the metal in place, but yeah, steel for other projects. Might need it on this, but yeah, it's a thing. Okay, cool. Almost the same size, isn't it? Oh yeah, look at that, nice. So in that case, perfect. I pretty much own the scissors now. My wife didn't want them back. Sorry. Yep. I don't get confused. Haha. Now, I won't get confused. Because haven't we all been there? Nice. Very nice. Okay. Clean it. I tape it, but if I tape it, then the tape's right where I need to draw. I'm going to do this, and then whenever I get to that spot, which is the bottom, not too worried about it being off. Now the reason why I say top out is this corner is different than this corner, and I don't want to keep flipping it around and getting it wrong. Alrighty then. More cutty, choppy, choppy. Got my words out of this disc. There was a comment a few weeks back that said use only the edge of it, not deep dive, and man, that makes my disc last a lot longer. I wish I'd known that in the previous 3 months. Looks like I need to make more steel. Running low. Won't need any more of this big thick stuff though. Now, to make it fit. Oh, look, it fits. So, still gotta chop off these two. They don't fall in, but if I cut them at the exact same time as the metal below, it should fall right in. And then I just need to give it that roll so it's not a flat surface on a round. Because you definitely see the roll there. You don't see it here. But that's a little stand on it, give it a little tweak. That should do the trick. And it fits. All the way around. This actually sunk in because it fits so well, which means I'm probably a millimeter off. I could probably cleco the bottom, but the top is still rounded. I didn't want to get rid of that structure because I'm going to weld it both on the back and the front to give it more structure. So, woo, I think it's time for a lunch break. And then I'm going to a car show. You probably have already seen the video. Like, if you haven't, go back and watch it because I'm probably going to post it before this one. So we're going to a VW cruise at a German beer garden. Bullhouse Beer Garden is my friend's restaurant he opened up down the road. And he's having a VW cruise in all day, starting at lunchtime. So I'm going to go get myself a giant pretzel, and you'll see that video before this one. Rolls perfectly on this side. Need to tweak it a little bit on that side. Kind of wants to lift up right here. Break! Check that out. The glow on the top. Whoops. Check that out. See how the bottom's dark and the top is light? That means the curve follows the curve. I said no window. I'm happy with my choice. Now, here's the magic trick. In a future episode, once I get this all done and a little bit of this all working, this door will have a double hinge. So it'll open up this way like a normal door would on this side, or you close it, you push a different button, and it'll open up at the top like this. Why? I don't care. I think it'd be a cool thing. Plus, I want to challenge myself. So we're going to make it do a double hinge. It's going to fold up and it's going to open to the left. So that is a future episode, because I'm not going to bore you with the 4,000 little tack welds, because that just gets boring. That's why you haven't seen me build this piece. But boy, that took a lot. I've already gotten rid of the little bump there and the bump there. Once I got that all welded in place, I was able to get rid of those. If I had gotten rid of those before, the whole door would have just split in two on me. That would not have been good. There would have been just a little thin piece of metal on both sides. And then next, I'll get rid of these lips. And now here's the other thing I wanted to show you. Starting to work on that vent. Got rid of the ribs. I think what's going to happen is I'm going to extend this that way. Just give it a little bit longer up to the drip rail. And then I'm also going to round the drip rail. I'm not a fan of this sharp edge on the front and the back. So I've got an idea for that too. Now that I'm getting into the bigger parts being done, hence doors, frames, so on and so forth, I'm going to start doing all the little detailed stuff. Dang, I like that. That's wicked cool. There we go. So let's see if I can roll this. That's not going to work at all, is it? There we go. Starting to fit now. That curve is there. Of course, it's going to have the bow out. Unfortunately, I don't think I can do this in one panel because I need the metal to roll way more than I thought. So I'm going to end up having to cut it, run it through my roller, and weld it back in. It just is what it is. I don't have a roller this big, and I cannot get this thing to bend. It's a 16 gauge, so a little thicker. Those two corners meet up whenever it's held in place. I can do it on the other side. Cool. And here's where I messed up. So I cut those big panels out of 16 gauge steel, and I wanted them to do their job. At 16 gauge, I wanted them to be strong. I wanted them to support everything. I wanted it extra strength. Car's 18 gauge, a little bit thinner. I tried to roll these in my roller at work. I tried to get it to form this shape that slightly curves more to the back because these two aren't the same. I even cut it down so I could do it in panel sections. Yeah, I don't have the tools or the knowledge to do 16 gauge in this big a chunk. Not a bad thing. I'm always willing to learn. But that being said, I think it's time to get myself a sheet of 18 gauge, which has been what I've been using all this time, and make that there, and if I have to give it an extra piece of support from here to here, I shall do that. That's what it did. Yeah, I tried to bend it, I tried to tweak it, weld it going down while you tack it, the whole 9 yards. I couldn't do it. It's just not something I could pull off the way I wanted it to look. Now that being said, these are not a waste. It's definitely going to be useful for me in other places smaller. But it's not something I can do for here. So, when I get a chance, I'm going to go out to the metal supplier and get myself some metal and do that. This is what I was hoping to get done this week. But after fighting with this for almost 3 days, I couldn't get them in place, couldn't get them to work, couldn't get them to do what I wanted. So, yep. And just for giggles, I bolted it on to the original hinge, and it almost works. So, go me. Of course, I've completely removed the spring, the whole 9 yards. But, yay! Still love how that works. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Ding the bell so you know whenever the next video comes out. And thanks for watching. See you next week. This thing's gonna be short.